On the 9th of February 2023, tragedy struck as Whitney Adeniran died at Agege Stadium during the school inter-house sports competition. That was tragic. That was tragic. A child that was hale and hearty left the home, a smile glowing on her face, went for inter-house sports and never came back. Couldn't hear when her mom was calling. Flopped when she tried to pick her. What a life. Caught up in her prime. Was meant to bury her parents, but no, it was the other way around. On the day she was born, there was joy on earth and in heaven. Look at that love. Look at that love. Love so pure between father and her little baby. That love was no more. Just in a twinkling of an eye, that love was cut off by sheer carelessness. Oh, what a world. How do we begin to grieve? How long are we going to cry? How long are we going to shout? How long are we going to scream and bring the heavens and the angels down? But all we know, she's gone to a better place. She's gone to a better place. And in this story, I want you to take your time and listen through. This is like a chronicle of all that took place from the beginning till where another story is just about to unfold. Whitney Adeniran will never be forgotten. Yes, though she's not here, but she will never be forgotten. For the peace of God that passes all understanding will keep her parents, will heal their broken hearts, will mend their shattered minds, and bring them to that place of peace. I know. I know one will say, it's not so simple as we say it. I know. But what can we do at this time? But to pray and to receive the healing that only God can bring. Let's listen to her mother as she narrates her story.
Hello everybody, good evening. My name is Blessed Nadine. The girl in question is my daughter. She's my first child. I will state everything that happened. I don't like trouble. I don't like wahala in my life. I'm an easygoing person. I don't like attention in my life. Oh, let me state what happened. February 9th was the day of their inter-house sports. That was the day they were meant to have their inter-house sports. Anybody who knows Christland knows that Christland has their inter-house sports at Agege Stadium. This year, I tried to go there as early as possible. I was there even before the program started. I met the admin officer, I met the principal, I met part of the PTA committee, I met parents there, we greeted, I sat down. Match pass started. When the match pass started, I looked. The first house matched. I didn't see my child. Second house matched. I didn't see my child. Third house matched. I didn't see my child. I said, she's in Pines, which is greenhouse. I said, maybe she's among the queen's entourage. Because I remember she mentioned that she's among the entourage of the queen or king or something like that. Those ones matched. I didn't see her. I said, okay, maybe she's in the arts and crafts or home economics or IT or photography or something. Those ones all passed. I didn't see my child. I got worried. I called the school, her school bus driver. Mr. Said, please, was my child among those you brought to the stadium that I have not seen her? I've been in this stadium now for going to some 30 minutes thereabouts and I've not seen my daughter. He said, Mommy Whitney, I brought her. She's in the stadium there. Don't worry, you will see her. The march past was still going on, dignitaries, parents, teachers, everybody was marching. The year 12 final year students. They were all marching. I didn't want to interrupt the march past because parents are opposite where children are kept. I went to the snacks point outside. I didn't see my daughter. I said, where could this girl be? So I waited. March past was over. I crossed to the other side. On my way there, I met a man. The man said, madam, parents are not allowed at this side. I said, I know. I just want to check on my daughter. He said, okay. I went in there and I saw some students there. And I asked a boy there, please. Meanwhile, before I got to that across, a bus sped by on high speed, zoomed. And I said, how can a bus be driving like this when children are in the stadium? But I just said that and I went on my own. So when I saw the boy, I said, please, I'm looking for Whitney. I didn't know. The boy said, a girl just fainted here. But they have taken her, the school bus has taken her to the hospital. I said, a girl fainted. Oh, may God give her quick recovery. Why did she faint now? Anyway, I'm looking for Whitney. I didn't know. She's my daughter. The boy said, the girl that fell, her name is Whitney. I heard them calling Whitney when they were pouring her water. I said, Jesus. Oh, it's not my own child. My daughter's name is Whitney Adeniro. And I brought out my phone. The boy said, I don't know her surname, but I know her name is Whitney. I brought out my phone and I showed the boy her picture. And he said, this is the girl that fell. I said, what? What happened to her? Why would my child fall? She hasn't done anything strenuous. She wasn't sick. She hasn't done any activity. What is going on? Why would my child faint? A man was there. The man said, Madam, Ibilo Durosi, Oshubu, Eminimodo Misilara. Meaning she was standing here. She fell. I poured water on her. I said, who took her? He said, school bus. No ambulance, no doctor, no nurse, no medical personnel, nobody. There was no emergency provision on ground in a place where you have over 500 students, in a place where you have over 100 parents, in a country where insecurity is so high. You kept our children in that field with no proper medical arrangements in case of any emergencies. When the boy said the school bus took her, I said, was it my child that was in that bus that sped by? I ran out. We asked the principal. Principal said it was Agege Central Hospital. You know what? Let's go to Agege Central Mosque. It is central. Maybe if we get to the central mosque, somebody will be able to help us and show us where the hospital is. That was how we left. Fortunately, on our way there, before we got to the central mosque, we saw their school bus by the side of the road. So we automatically knew that was where she was. I went in there and I saw my daughter's corpse. Desola did not say anything to me. I went in there and I met my daughter on her deathbed. She was already dead when I got there and I saw her. All this happened in less than 10 minutes. She was already dead. She was drenched, soaked to the skin. Water was dripping. I knelt down. I called on God. I shouted. I screamed. I felt her pulse. No pulse. I put my hand on her chest. It was deadly silent. My daughter was silent. My daughter's lips had already turned black. By then, my husband too was already on his way. By the time my husband got there, my husband did not even come with the mind of, because I didn't tell him. He was driving. I didn't tell him anything. I just said, just start coming. He said, have you seen her? I said, I've seen her. Just come. When he got there, he didn't even put it off because his mind was, okay, let me go in and pick my child. And let me state, my child was not taken to a hospital. She was taken to an immunization center. My pain is, he was to pick his child and go to another hospital. He came in and met her dead. He screamed, shouted, Desola, that is, yes, stand up. What is happening to my child? My husband knelt down, crying, begging doctor, please help me. This is my first child. I've been asking Christland, what happened to my child? Nobody's telling me anything. Since on Thursday, they were at my house yesterday. I told them, I knelt down. I said, please, Mas, you are mothers like me. For the sake of God, tell me what happened. I don't want to have to open up my child for autopsy. Let me bury this girl in peace and let it go. Please tell me what happened to my child. They are not seeing anything. Somebody said, oh, I learned from the school authorities she was a sickly child. I said, my child sickly? My own child sickly? That is not true.
So this is just for the records, okay? Following the unfortunate death of the student, the deceased parents initially accused the school management of negligence. They took to their social media platform to seek public intervention, okay, to unravel the circumstances that may have led to their daughter's sudden death while taking part in the sporting events. And to be honest with you, it was so painful. The parents insisted that the lack of an ambulance or first aiders at the venue of the sporting event contributed to the student's death. Okay, so, and that was where this issue started from. Like you heard her, she said they knelt down, they asked them, if you had just owned up or said, okay, we're still investigating, since you had already heard some rumors of electrocution, so let's investigate and see. Probably you come back and plead with the person than allowing them go through the rigors of having, allow pathologists to open up their child again. If you had just go to maybe YouTube or Google and Google how autopsy is done, it is horrible. It is horrendous. All right. So let's hear after the autopsy.
I knelt down. I begged. I pleaded. I said, Mrs. Amao, please. I don't know how autopsy is being done, but I have browsed it and the image is scary. Please. My daughter is already dead. Don't make me put her through that. They will butcher her. I beg you, in the name of God, you are a mother. Help me investigate and find out what happened. They came to my house on Saturday, 2 days after she died. My husband told them, we have been hearing rumors of electrocution. Can you please help us investigate it? For autopsy, she was opened up. I want to know the next lie Christland will tell me.
Here is the school apologies. And it was at this point when the autopsy result was already out that they deemed it fit to apologize.
Whoever knows Christland should tell them to please open up their comment section. We won't tell them something. Whoever is advising you that is the way to go, the person did not advise you well. Or maybe you didn't take the advice well. But whatever your plan is in posting my child's picture and writing you are sorry, you are joking, go and pull that picture down. Or better still, open your comment section. We want to tell you something. That is number one. You never loved her. You're not mourning with me. When she died, you still called out mothers to come out and dance on the field. You sent her body to the hospital while you went on your way to the police station to make an official report. She died, your inter-house sport continued. So no, you didn't love her. You see me at the police station, you walk past me. You see me at the courthouse, you walk past me. You don't greet me, I don't greet you. You are not mourning with me, madam. That is number two. Number three, you ordered for another autopsy. Stop lying, please. You ordered another autopsy, yes. So if you say it is not true, then either you are lying or your policeman is lying. One of you is lying. It is not me. It is not for media sensation. It is not for cloud. It is not a misinformation. You know what you did. Open up your comment section. All right?
There was that counter accusation of exhuming the body of Whitney. Let's hear the mother after the burial.
Was a brilliant, smart, loving, playful girl. Easygoing. She didn't have any issues. She is not somebody who call stubborn, but she had days that she just wanted to do her own thing. On the general, she was a very good girl. No issues with her at all.
I can only imagine
for the inquest to start. And that is basically where we are right now. That's basically all that we have, the information we have. But a date has been set, which is next month. So from there we'll know the next step to take. It's been traumatic. It's been traumatic, not just for me and my husband, but also for our younger kids. You know, I have a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old, and even though they have cried, I don't yet know how to handle them. I don't know how to communicate across to them. I have tried talking to my son. He just locks up. When this whole thing is just settled to a point, we're looking into getting therapy, not just for the kids but also for ourselves. We've not been able to sleep. We don't eat well. It has changed our life, our family. It's been traumatic. It's trauma.
At this point, as you can see, a Lagos magistrate court sitting in Oba has started the coroner inquest on the death of Whitney Omodeshola Adeniran, the late student of Christland School, Okwebe, Lagos. Alright, so the human rights activist Femi Falana is the one representing the deceased parents, and the council for Christland School, who is Olukayode Eniton, okay, and the state council Akin George are also representing.
I know many people
They are representing
not post my daughter again.
Christland. So let's listen to the mom as people encourage her to stop
Look
posting
at her pictures. I shouldn't
pictures.
post her. Some people have even called to my DM. Some people have called me. Oh, you're hurting yourself more. Don't do it. Just some people even said I should go off social media. I'm not doing it for anybody. I'm doing it for myself. The only image on my head is when I saw her lying on that bed lifeless. It's stuck in my head. I can't. Whenever I close my eyes, it's the image I see. I need to let go of that image for my own sanity.
At this point, I want every one of us to pray for this particular family, and as they go to court, that they will also find that which will give them some peace. Remember to like, to subscribe, to share. Thank you so very much for being here.